Hello and welcome to First Hill, your last and first hill of climbing the mountain that is knowing everything that's going on in the world of snowboarding. That was a mouthful. That's what she said. Let's get started. First off, it's September, which means in the eyes of the brands, there's snow falling as we speak. And in some places, that is true. The Rockies already got their first dusting, which is crazy, but I'm hyped for it. Don't get me wrong. But all of the brands have started to drop their new lines for the season. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. One of the big stories of the season, the Eckert group has released their Fase Binding system. This is basically as close as you can get to having a direct competitor with step-on while still having strap bindings. Brands like Battalion, Rome, Jones 32 all have Phase Bindings coming out this year. Ironically, Eckert themselves will not have a Phase Binding because they are still making flow bindings. For some reason. In the world of step-ons, Burton has relaunched their step-on line for the season. In previous years, we would have a regular boot and then the step-on version of that boot. This year, they've done away for that system, except for the Photon. Now they have 6 all-new boots that only work with step-ons. So we have 2 new boots, the Wave Range and the High Shot, but each of those 2 boots have 3 different variations, so really we have 6 new boots. If you take the High Shot, for example, you have the base model High Shot, the High Shot X, and then the High Shot X Pro. And that third tier of boot is actually called the X Pro because you can see your favorite X Pro riding them this winter. And that joke is mean and dumb and doesn't really make any sense because he's literally still a pro for Burton. He's still on the team. He's like running the whole YouTube channel right now. I would recommend checking it out if you have not. It's pretty good. Burton also launched their Burton Custom Shop Snowboard for loyalty members on their website. This allows you to select from a few different board shapes along with making your own graphic for the board, which is pretty sick. For example, I made this one that I thought was pretty good. Hey, Darcy, if you could heal up for me real quick, that'd be great. Also, to the audience, I don't know Darcy like that. He just seems like a cool guy. You know, so heal up fast. All this for the low price of $1,200. Yeah, that does seem like a lot for a snowboard. I don't know. Guys, come on. Who doesn't have $1,200 lying around nowadays? That's nothing. Also, I've never made a snowboard. I have no idea what it costs. Also, for it to be handmade in Vermont is pretty cool. So that might be a legitimately good deal. Again, no clue. K2 has released their Dopamine collection in collaboration with Sage Kotzenberg. This features new designs from the Antidote board, the Orton boot, and the program bindings, along with a brand new board called the Sky Pilot, made for the kind of big mountain riding that Sage Kotzenberg has been known for in recent years. The only bad thing about the Sky Pilot is that if you do buy one, you're required to handwrite a letter to Elston saying you're sorry they didn't get the naming rights before K2 did. There's a great Bombhole episode that talks about this, I'll link it below. Don't feel too bad for Jared though, he just got his first pro model with Arbor this year with the new El Camino that looks really sick. Some other new pro models this year. Mons Roisland just got his first pro model with Eckert. Sick. Kass also got one with Arbor this year, but still no word on the future pro model board for Red Gerard. Now, they haven't said anything about it, but in his Burton days, Red did like to ride basically a 4x4 as a board. So really the question is, can Arbor give Red Gerard some stiff board? It's the first one, you know, they're not all going to be bangers right off the bat. All right, we're going to grow a little bit, all right? This is the pilot. This is season 1. We don't even really know what the show is yet, all right? Wait till season 2 or 3. I'm going to find my stride. We're going crazy. Outerwear brand Airblaster and Porta Potty brand Honeybucket came together to make some sick merch for the season. Airblaster did not say that they knew this partnership would be great because Honeybucket is the shit. They don't really get much better, unfortunately, okay? Mostly dick and poop jokes in the first episode, all right? Utah's own Jeremy Jones helped open a new bike park down in West Jordan in collaboration with Core. I believe we have Dixon on the scene to tell us what it's all about. Dixon?
Yes, thank you, Dixon. Today we're out at the new West Jordan bike park, as you can see behind me. It's pretty big. You can take the jumps pretty big if you want to. Also, it has green, blue, and black options, so you can work your way all the way up to the big stuff here behind me. Now I'm going to go around and see if I can find out what people think about the new park. What do you think about the park so far?
I think it's pretty sick. I like it a lot.
How are you liking the park so far?
It's so fun.
What's your favorite line?
Probably the very edge.
The big line?
Yeah.
It's so sick. It's probably the coolest park in Utah now.
I'm here with one of the Honeybuckets from the Honeybucket and Airblaster collab. Anything to say about the recent collab? Do you have a favorite Jeremy Jones part? Do you know who Jeremy Jones is?
Yeah, but I don't have a favorite part.
That's fair. They're all so good.
Yeah, I wish I knew off the top of my head, but like...
Hey, excuse me, do you have a favorite Jeremy Jones part? I don't guess so.
No. I love all of it.
Fair. That's a good answer. Safe answer. This is where they had the band perform earlier today to start the event off. Fun fact, their first song was Can't Hardly Wait by the Replacements. Which you may have heard of Renee Renacongas' Heaven that came out last year. Banger of a song. Great choice to start the day off. Hey, excuse me, do you have a favorite Jeremy Jones part? I guess not. Do you have a favorite Jeremy Jones video part?
Not really.
No worries. Last question, how much weed do you think is going to be smoked in this container at nighttime?
I was thinking about that, dude. People could be doing it right under their parents. Their parents are just watching them right there, and they're right underneath.
A lot.
A lot, yeah.
A lot.
That's been the general consensus. Yeah, he's hard to beat nowadays. I'll tell you what, I agree. I'm right there with you. Sadly, did not see Jeremy Jones in person today. There was one guy who looked a lot like him, and I thought it was him, but I was scared to ask if it was him because I didn't want to ask a bunch of people what their favorite Jeremy Jones part was, but then not recognize the man. When I saw him, he looked a lot like him, but I was just scared to ask him, you know what I mean? But then I heard him talk, and he didn't sound anything like Jeremy Jones. So I was like, all right, cool. It's not him at all. All right, last question. How much weed do you think is going to be smoked in this container at nighttime?
I thought I smelled some earlier already, bro. I'm not even
Big
joking.
homie, dude.
What's up?
How you doing, big dog?
Good,
We
man.
outside, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Park rat in the house.
So a lot of weed?
Oh, yeah, a lot of weed.
Excuse me, what's your favorite Jeremy Jones video part? Favorite Jeremy Jones? Do you have a favorite Jeremy Jones video? Thank you so much for your time. I hope to see you around. But that's all from me out here from the new West Jordan Bike Park. Back to you in the studio, Dixon.
Yes. Thank you, Dixon. The Bombhole just went back to weekly episodes. They just dropped a great group chat with Stan, Sam Taxwood, and Bob Plum. They also just talked to one of the OGs at Volcom, Troy Eckert. That group chat episode is actually the one that inspired me to do this show. Stan talked about how he wanted to continue to do his show Last Resort, but as you can imagine, he's a busy guy, and shows are hard to make, and with sponsors in and out, sometimes it can be hard to justify. Stan, if you're seeing this, I really hope you keep doing Last Resort, because if you don't do Last Resort, then I will be forced to do this. And this is awful, and this is really bad. So, but that also means that if you hate the show, you can blame it on Stan. Okay, guys, this is all Stan's fault. All right, let's all make a mental note of that. No, Stan is awesome. He's the guy. I really hope he keeps doing Last Resort. He's got the right humor for it, plus the right mix of like insider knowledge to know what's like actually going on in the world. I am just a guy on the outside. I can just sit here and like kind of theorize what's happening, right? He like legit knows what's going on. That's what makes him so great. The season's winding down in the Southern Hemisphere. With this, we have some great clips coming out from Liam Brearley. Like a Boomerang, Freddie Perry has returned to Australia. This time it's personal, dropping his feel-good summer edit Boomerang, which you can see on the Torment Mag YouTube channel. Mark actually just got cab 16 while he was down there, but more importantly than that, he took a fucking gnarly crash in the process. No, but we're glad he's okay, and the new 16 that he did learn is sick. Also to talk about crashes, Zeb just posted some footage from X Games of last year, where he took, gotta be the gnarliest nosedive I've ever seen in my life. He was riding the Super Ultra Mega Blossom, going for a nose press on like your basic flat tube, and I'm sure you have to press like a motherfucker on a board that big just to get the tail up. He just doesn't pull the nose up enough before the end of the rail, nose straight into the ground, full flip, tail slam, and then pops up and rides away. And he's like, damn, that's crazy, because he's Zeb, and he's nuts. In movie news, Union Bindings just released one of the first films in the year, titled 20 Years Strong. It tells the story of Union over the past 20 years, along with narration from the Bombhole's own Chris Grenier. Speaking of Union, can we talk about the weird vibes in the air right now between Union and 32? I feel like for the longest time, Union and 32 have gone so well together. I'd even heard in the past that Union Bindings fit best with 32 boots. I don't know if that's true. It's just something that I've heard. Because you have 32 and the Nidecker family, a boot company making bindings now, not just bindings, Fase Bindings. And then you have Union, a binding company, and the Capita family, who have begun making step-ons, and also have boots coming out in November. Now, there's literally nothing wrong with what either of the companies are doing. I'm just saying Union seems to be going the way of step-ons, whereas 32 seems to be going the way of phase binding. In my head, they just don't seem as tight as they used to be. But this could all just be me in my head again. I cannot reiterate how little I know about what is going on inside the world of snowboarding. And by how little I know, I mean absolutely nothing. I have no fucking clue what's going on. Burton just announced their new 2-year project titled Paved, coming out in November. This film stars, the majority of people on Burton. They also announced a world premiere tour coming to a city near you, if that city is New York or Denver. So if you're in the PNW or California or Utah or the Upper Rockies or the Midwest or the Southeast, that's tough. I say this as somebody who lives in Salt Lake. Will I be driving to Denver for the premiere? Probably not. Now, it does say more dates and locations releasing soon. They had premieres for Blossom and Arc here in previous years, so we can only hope that this movie follows the same path that has been paved by those two movies. Okay, saving the best for last. We know the snow season is upon us because Chris Tomer is back to dropping regular videos. Come on, give it up for him. Chris Tomer is a meteorologist out of Denver. He really popped off last year doing his mountain weather update videos. He was dropping these daily, if not twice daily, during the prime season, letting you know the snow forecast for the entire United States. Chris Tomer, powder chasers, powder buoy, open snow. You need to constantly be checking these in rotation, okay? Each time you do, the chance of it snowing goes up. That is a mathematical fact. All right, that's all I got for you. Hope to see you next month in October. That's kind of when premiere season kicks off. And I will be attending these premieres, all right? If they have a date in Salt Lake City, and if it's not more than a 20-minute drive from my house. Also, as long as the premiere isn't on a Friday night, all right? That's date night for my parents, all right? They take both cars. My mom takes her car, goes one way. My dad takes his car, goes another way, all right? I don't know where they go. I don't know what they do. I just know that they've been together forever, and it seems to work out.
I didn't get it on camera, but he said my suit was pimping. So, not to flex.
This is a really small table, so I was just in a camp chair for that whole thing.
This is so rough to do with a bunch of 12-year-old skaters looking at you, you know what I mean? You see that kid down there? He's just looking up at me. Watch it, do it again. Get a kid, get a kid. Oh! That kid's nuts. Better than me. Oh! He's crazy. The one time I don't ask. Does Stan feel like this every time? I'm wearing like a sport coat and a button down out in public at a bike park, and I feel like a fucking idiot right now. I don't know if you saw that guy. That was pretty crazy.